Hello. When your child is first diagnosed with epilepsy, it can feel like you're trying to navigate a whole new world, and that is completely understandable. The goal here is to give you some clear, simple steps you can take right now to make your home a safe and supportive place for your child.
It really can feel like a lot to take in at once. But the first thing I want you to hear is this: you are absolutely not alone. There are some really straightforward, simple things we can do to make sure your child is safe so they can get back to playing, learning, and just being a kid. So let's walk through it all together.
All right, first things first. Let's start by building a really solid foundation. We're going to tackle some of those big questions you probably have about the condition itself, and we'll keep the answers simple.
So, what exactly is epilepsy? Well, to put it simply, it's a condition in the brain that causes a child to have repeated seizures. And it's really important to know that it's not a mental illness and it's definitely not contagious. It's all about how the brain's electrical signals get a little mixed up sometimes.
And that brings us to seizures. What is a seizure? The best way to think about it is like a very brief, sudden surge in the brain's normal electrical activity. You could almost picture it like a temporary electrical storm that just interrupts the brain's normal flow for a really short time.
Now, it's so important to realize that seizures can look very different from child to child. It's not always the big dramatic event you might see in movies. A seizure could be something as quiet as a blank staring spell, or it might look like stiffening, shaking, or some sudden jerky movements. Every single child's experience is unique. And please, if there's one thing that really sinks in today, let it be this. With the right care and the simple precautions we're about to talk about, the vast majority of children with epilepsy can, and they absolutely do, live full, active, and wonderfully happy lives. So that brings us right to our next big topic: creating a safe home. Let's talk about why just a few small adjustments can make a world of difference.
Here's the thing about seizures: they can happen without any warning. And because of that, being proactive is really our best strategy. Preparing your home isn't about limiting your child, it's about protecting them from potential injuries so they have the freedom to be themselves.
Okay, time to get practical. Let's take a little walk through your home, room by room, and look at some super easy to implement safety tips for every space. Let's start with some general tips that work for the whole house. Keeping floors clear of toys and clutter is a huge one. It just helps prevent trips and falls for everyone. And simple things like adding soft padding to the sharp corners of tables or choosing furniture with rounded edges, well, they can make a really big difference.
The bathroom is one of those rooms that needs a little extra attention. There are basically 3 golden rules here. 1, showers are generally safer than baths. 2, if you are giving a bath, keep the water level really low. And rule number 3 is absolutely non-negotiable. Never, ever lock the bathroom door. You always want to be able to get in quickly if you need to.
And that focus on water safety goes way beyond the bathroom. We're talking about swimming pools, lakes, even a large bucket of water you might be using for cleaning. Around any water, close and constant adult supervision is an absolute must. There are just no exceptions to this one. Now let's talk about the bedroom, a place where your child spends a lot of unsupervised time while they're sleeping. What we're aiming for is on the left, a bed that's low to the ground with a clear, soft area all around it. And on the right is what we want to avoid: clutter and any hard or sharp objects nearby. It's a simple setup that can prevent injury if a seizure happens at night.
Okay, so safety isn't just about physical spaces, right? Let's shift our focus a bit and talk about building a supportive daily routine with some safe habits and activities.
If there's one thing you really take to heart today, please let it be this. The single most important safety measure you can take is making sure your child gets their medicine consistently. Taking it exactly as the doctor prescribed, on time, every single day, is the #1 way to help control seizures. Beyond that, a few other habits can make a huge difference. First up, sleep. Getting enough sleep is crucial because being overly tired can be a major seizure trigger. So a consistent, regular sleep schedule is key. Second, it's a good idea to limit daily screen time. And finally, if your child has what's called photosensitive epilepsy, you'll want to be extra careful with flashing lights in video games or on TV. And let's be crystal clear about this: life is for living. An epilepsy diagnosis does not mean your child has to sit on the sidelines. Activities like swimming and biking, they are still absolutely on the table. It's all about adding smart precautions, like having one-on-one adult supervision for swimming, and of course, always wearing a helmet for biking or skating. And now for our last and maybe our most important section. Remember what I said at the very beginning? You are not alone.
Let's talk about the incredible support team you have around you.
First, what's the whole point of treatment? Well, you can think of it like this. The medicine works to protect your child's brain from the impact of seizures. That protection creates a stable foundation, and that's what allows your child to grow, learn, and really thrive to their fullest potential.
And your support team goes way beyond the walls of your home. It's so important to let everyone in your child's circle know what's going on. We're talking teachers, coaches, grandparents, babysitters, everyone. Just make sure they understand the condition and know the safety plan that you've put in place. This right here, this is the heart of your team. It's you, your child, and your dedicated medical professionals, all working together as partners. You are all building this safe and happy future together, block by block, as a team.
So, let's just quickly recap our key takeaways. First, take the time to understand the basics of your child's epilepsy. Second, make those simple but really powerful safety changes at home. Third, work on building those healthy daily habits. And finally, please remember to lean on your support team. You do not have to do this alone.
I really want to leave you with this final thought. It can be easy to see these precautions as limitations, but I promise you they're the exact opposite. These simple actions are what empower your child. They create the safe space your child needs to go out and live their life to the absolute fullest.
So as we finish up, I just want to leave you with this question to think about. What is the first simple safety change you can make today that will help you build more confidence for tomorrow? Maybe it's just clearing a cluttered hallway, or maybe it's having that family chat about not locking the bathroom door. Whatever it is, that first small step is the most powerful one you can take. Thank you so much for your time.